we're live. Welcome to day 3 of the List Building Launchpad. I am Eva Palikova. I am your host for the entire 9 days, 5 days of education and building your email list, and another 4 days of bonuses. So, welcome to those who are joining me live. And big welcome to those who are watching the replay again. So again, my name is Eva Palikova. I am going to be your host for the remaining, 6 days of education that I have for you. So first of all, those of you who have been following along, doing the homework, I want to congratulate you. I'm so proud of you for taking the action and doing this. And tonight is a really, really critical session of this. Tonight, we're going to be talking about the technology behind building your email list. So we're going to take a step back and look at the elements that you have to build, and I'm going to simplify it for you so that you can build it very, very quickly, okay? And I'm going to give you some of the really, really crucial elements that you need to make the launch of your or relaunch of your email list building successful, okay? So, to introduce myself, my name is Eva Palikova. I'm an executive coach for entrepreneurs. I'm an international speaker. I am a best-selling author on Amazon, and I also am the creator of the Quantum Leaps program, which is a premier group program, 12 months long, where we take entrepreneurs, service-based entrepreneurs and coaches and consultants through the business building process and through getting their client base up and creating their programs and creating them funnels and all that, okay? So here's the thing. We're on day 3 today, but the next 3 days are sort of its own thing. Today is like a part 1 of a 3-part series where we're going to start building the infrastructure so that you can start attracting your audience and building a list of qualified audience of leads and people who are ready to buy from you, who are excited to hear from you. So up until now, it's been all about creating your freebie, which hopefully you have to put together or you have some ideas around it. And feel free to still post under yesterday's homework any of the ideas, any of what you guys want us to look at. Now, today we're going to look at the technology, the opt-in page, the thank you page, and so on and so forth you need to put together. And I'm going to give you some of the hard and fast rules that you need to use to make this successful. Tomorrow is going to be probably the most important day of the entire 9 days that we're here together, right? Tomorrow, I'm going to give you 10 strategies to go out there and promote your freebie and start building your email list, okay? There's somebody knocking on the door. Okay, 1 second, guys. Somebody knocking on the door. All right. Actually, let's see. It's probably just mail. Anyway, I'm back with you. So let's do this. I also want to give a shout out to Jay on our team. So Jay is going to be supporting you through the next few days. So if you have any questions or you don't have the homework sheet or you're missing something, make sure that you reach out. Speaking of the homework, I want you to pull out your homework sheet and I want you to follow along. We're going to be on page, let me check. We're going to be starting very, very quickly on page 5 of your homework sheet. So get that pulled up while we're getting ready. Now, replay. There's going to be a replay available of all these videos. It's going to be up between now and next Wednesday noon. So if you have something that you want to review, make sure you schedule some time to do it over the weekend. It's going to go down. The videos are going to be taken down on Wednesday noon, so make sure you get that scheduled. Okay, what else? So again, like I said, tomorrow, make sure to be here live and ask your questions because we're going to be teaching you some of the most important strategies to build your email list. And why is this important, right? This is so important now at the end of the year because now's the time to build your audience and nurture your audience and do the launches of your programs at the beginning of the year. Okay, so Friday also, we're going to be walking you through how to create your nurture sequences and how to make offers that sell to your email list, okay? So right now, I want you to close your browsers. If you're like me, you have like 85 browsers all turned on and you're multitasking on your phone and on your computer. So I just want you to give the next 35 minutes your full attention, whether you're watching live or you're watching the replay. I want you to give this your full focus. Going to give you my absolute best. Going to teach you everything you need to know about the technology that goes into building your email list. So I want you to be here fully with me and fully committed to the process. And there's one thing I want to mention to you guys. There's a lesson that I want you to take away today, and it's about imperfection. So there's one thing that is super important, okay? So I want you to write this down. Good enough is good enough. You can do your business two different ways. One thing is to get things perfectly, right? To get everything perfect, get your freebie, beautiful and all that. And, spend weeks and weeks doing this and then spend another week on your landing page and all that. The other way is to do things is to be okay with taking imperfect action and go out there and start making money and start generating revenue and serving people and making a difference, okay? And you have to make that choice because you cannot have it both. You can either do things perfectly or you can take action and get clients, okay? So I just want to tell you, there's nothing perfect about today, okay? So if you're watching me, by the way, if you want to leave comments, you got to click. There's something that you have to click. It's part of the imperfection here. Facebook isn't working for me. They keep kicking me out. There's nothing perfect about these 9 days that I'm here with you, sitting every single day. And, sometimes I go into it completely unprepared. Other days I have time to prepare. But you know what? This is business, right? And, sometimes I get comfy. I'm in my living room on my couch. This is how it goes, right? Yesterday I didn't even have my light ring working. Everything was breaking down. So, hey, this is how we roll. So imperfection is the thing here. So let's dive in, guys. So just to recap, yesterday we drafted your freebie. If you haven't done that, go back to the video after this one and watch the video and put your freebie together. It's going to take you about an hour. I outlined the 3 different pages that you need your freebie to have to make it an effective freebie. It needs to be something that people can consume under 5 minutes. Otherwise, people are not going to read it, right? The day before, we focused on how to make your freebie really, really effective, how to focus on the results and things like that. Today, we're going to focus on the infrastructure of how to put this all together and what you need to do on your website to promote this. So first of all, let's talk about technology. I've been getting a lot of questions around what do I use for the backend and landing pages and things like that. So let's take a step back. There's landing pages and there's your website, okay? Those are 2 different things. When you put your freebie out there, you can have it on your website if you want to, but it's not going to make a lot of difference. You want to have a separate landing page for this. Why? Your website freebie is going to convert at about 3 to 4%. Your landing page freebie is going to convert somewhere between 20 or 40%. So if you're investing the time and effort into going out there in social media or whichever one of those tactics you start using that I'm going to be teaching you tomorrow, you want to make sure that you're getting the highest possible conversion rate on the landing page where you're putting your freebie. Makes sense? It has to be a landing page, not your website. Okay, your website is going to be secondary. You want to pop it in there too, but landing page is going to be crucial. That is where you drive your traffic, and that is true for everything, right? Anything you do, anything you're trying to promote in your business, put it on the landing page. Don't worry about your website, put it on a landing page. Now, what's a landing page? It's a very, very simple page. It literally doesn't have much at all. I'm going to walk you through what to put on it. It doesn't have any of the menu. It doesn't have any of the sidebars. It doesn't have a link to your blog. And it's that way for a reason. It has one single call to action, okay? Your landing page is asking your ideal clients to do one single thing. That's why it works. That's why it converts. So now let's talk about the technology for a second. And feel free to pop in your questions in here. When you do that, you have to click something that says, to pop in comments. There's some link that you have to click. Anyway, so the systems that we use. So a lot of the email systems now allow you to build landing pages. So I know MailChimp now does that. So MailChimp is an option. If you're already doing it, you might have an option to use their system to also build your landing pages. Get response is a second option. If you have not started your nurture sequences and building your emails and things like that, you don't have a technology in place, get response is your second option. Now, get response, to tell you the truth, is a little bit techy. It costs about $50 a month. It has a lot of features, and we used it for a while. Honestly, it's a little bit too much for most of you, but it has like if you're a techie and if you're interested in sending my emails, like if this person clicks this, then send them over here and all these workflows, and you want to spend some time playing with it, then you can do that. However, I do not want you guys to be spending weeks figuring out the technology and tagging people and figure out different workflows and conditions and this, because that is one of those things that's going to keep you time-wise from getting in front of people and making a difference and getting clients into your programs, right? And that's what's important here. So you want something that is simple that you can set up in half a day or less and get going, okay? So I would get response is an option, not the ideal. Okay, now MailChimp, I want to say a note about MailChimp because I was recently helping a client get started with MailChimp. Now here's the thing, the minute you have 500 subscribers or more, they're going to charge you $50 a month for what you need, right? So I would be careful, right? If you're going to build your email list, which is what we're doing here, and we want you to start scaling pretty quickly, then you might want to consider if you want to invest money into that. The third option, my absolutely favorite, and that is what I use, and I cannot promote it enough. And Jay, if you could pop in a link into the chat, that would be great, is Kajabi. So here's why Kajabi. And I get so excited about this, guys, because I just moved to Kajabi like a year ago, and it has been life transforming. So Kajabi is actually made for coaches and consultants and service-based entrepreneurs who are selling higher end programs. And so instead of having an email system over here and landing pages over here and a website over here and your email course or your video course over here, it does it all for you. Okay, so it integrates the forms, the landing pages, your email sequences, your online courses, your membership courses, the program that you're selling. It integrates it all together, so you don't have to try to figure out how do I make these pieces talk to each other, right? Because, for example, if you're using MailChimp for email, then you have to grab a MailChimp form and pop it on your website, or you have to talk to whoever does your website, and it just gets complicated really, really quickly, okay? So Kajabi. Now, Kajabi is on the little bit of an expensive side. I think it's about $119 a month. However, it's when I transitioned, I got to cancel a bunch of different other accounts, right? So I was using something else for video courses. I can't even remember what it was. So I was using something else. It was like learning, whatever, LMS. I got to cancel that. I got $30 a month right there. I got to cancel Get Response. That was $50 right there. I got to cancel my website. That was like $30 a month right there. Right. So it adds up, and you can cancel all your other subscriptions that you have and bring it all together. And it took me at about a day to transition my website to Kajabi, and it's so much easier. Oh my gosh. Can't even tell you guys. Now, other options for you. If you're serious taking your business to 7 figures and you have a lot of email database, or you're serious of investing some money into Facebook ads and things like that, then there is higher end options that you can consider. A lot of people like ClickFunnels. They used to be $100. I think it's more right now, but I don't know how much it is. It's state of the art. It's really great. There's also Infusionsoft. That is really, really sophisticated. It's really, really good, but there's some learning curve. I considered Infusionsoft. It was about $240 a month, so it's kind of expensive. I considered it, but the learning curve, I mean, it takes 2 weeks just to learn it. So I was like, oh, right. And then I found out Kajabi actually has most of the features that you already, it has already most of the features that those two have. There's some things that it doesn't have here and there, but I was able to work around it and figure it out. Okay. So there's a question: what if you already have a website? Well, like I said, I did have a website before and I moved it, and it took me like a day to move it over, and I never looked back because it is so much easier not having to deal with the different pieces being disconnected and not having it all on the same platform. So that's worked for me. I think I was using Wix before, but I also used WordPress before, which I do not like, quite frankly, because it's way too complicated. And then I had to ask for help all the time. It's just like too much, too many plugins, too many options. It's not made for coaches, and I'm just like, okay, I give up. So, um, so like I said, I'm just going to repeat some of these tools that are available to you. So MailChimp is for total beginners. Once you get to 500 and above, and you have to get the essentials version so that you can you can do the automation that you need to do, you're going to have to pay 50 bucks a month. Constant contact. Yes, constant contact. Lots of people use. Feel free to pop in your suggestion. Active campaign is another one that I've used that people really like. Get response is pretty good. However, like I said, a little bit too much tech, and their landing pages are not great. They don't have a lot of the features that you might need. And then Kajabi, my absolute favorite. Recommend. And then if you're really, really serious and you want to be running a lot of Facebook ads and invest a lot into scaling very, very quickly, then consider ClickFunnels or Lead Pages, right? Or both of them together. Or sorry, Infusionsoft, not Lead Pages. Lead Pages and another one, landing page option. I think it's about 40 bucks a month. But yeah, you may want to write it down and then research and see what speaks to you. So that's the technology, okay? Now, in my programs, I only teach Kajabi because that is what I use, and occasionally I help people with MailChimp, but that is what I kind of use in my programs, and I walk people click by click, and all my training videos are Kajabi because that is what I use, so that's what I teach people how to do, okay? So, all right. I need to take a breath here, guys. I'm 6.5 months pregnant, so my daughter gets all the way up to my lungs. I'm like, where are you going? I need to breathe here. So, all right. So, open your homework, and we're going to do some writing and taking notes. So we're on page 5 of your homework sheet. If you don't have it, make sure you message Jay and get your homework sheet ready. If that's the first time you're joining us. So the 3 parts you'll need to put together. We'll make this really simple. So to promote your freebie, you need a landing page, you need a thank you page, which is not just the thank you page. We're going to talk about that in a minute. It's basically going to be thank you and the next offer page, right? And then you're going to need an email follow-up, right? You need a way to email them, your lead magnet, and start nurturing them and providing more value and all that, okay? So those are the 3 elements that you need, right? And that's your most basic funnel, basically. So here you have it. Now, let's talk about the opt-in page, right? Or the landing page. I call it opt-in page. It's both the same thing. So the opt-in page, it's super, super crucial that you pay attention to this, because I'm going to walk you through what exactly to put on it, because I've tried to make it a bazillion different ways. And some of them had a conversion rate of 40%, and some of them had a conversion rate of 2%. Okay, so there are ways to do it, and there are ways to not do it, and the difference is so tiny, right? So tiny. Sometimes you're like, oh my gosh, I forgot one sentence here, or one title over here, or something, and then you're like, oh my gosh, why is it not working? And you change it, and the conversion goes up like crazy, okay? So on page 6 of your homework sheet, let's dive in. All right, so your opt-in page copy. Now later, we're going to show you how to do the layout, but let's do the copy on this first. So the first thing is your lead magnet name. And that is the name of the type of lead magnet, if I'm making sense. So if you are working on a PDF, downloadable, call it a free downloadable PDF, or free downloadable, or free download, or something like that. Okay, so you might want to put it in those square brackets, because that tends to work better for conversion. So just write it down what it is. I know somebody, I think it was Betsy yesterday, was working on a video, right? So you can put something like a quick 5-minute video training, 5-minute video training. Or if some of you are doing a video series training, you can put that in there. But like I said yesterday, the shorter it is, the better, because those are new people. These are people who you have not nurtured. These are people you have not connected before. They are not on your email list yet. So they are unlikely to want to invest a ton of time into reading something or consuming a video series for a very long time if they don't know you yet. Okay? So once you build that trust with them, and you can show them that you can deliver value, then you can go for a 90-minute webinar. But those webinars that they used to do, like people used to do them like a year or two ago, but like as everything on Facebook and social media, there's waves of things that work and then they don't work, right? So I know some of you guys have tried the webinar funnel route and it didn't work. And it really lost its magic after some time, because now everybody's doing webinars, right? You guys see it in Facebook, you're getting all these ads about webinars. Anyway, so that's because people are just like, oh my God, not a 90-minute thing. Like they want something quick, right? So anyway, I got sidetracked again. Lead magnet name. So we got that. Free downloadable, free 5-minute training, whatever it is. Lead magnet title. Here is where you put the title of your freebie, okay? So it could be the 3-step checklist to blah, right? Whatever result. Or your cheat sheet for making blah. Whatever it is, okay? So that's going to be your lead magnet title. Everybody got that? Feel free to pop in your questions if you want us to get some feedback on that. Next thing you want to outline is 3 results that your freebie helps your client to get, okay? 3 results. So what will this do for you, right? And playing with those as you start promoting your freebie, it makes a big difference playing with the language of those results. But again, there's some hard and fast rules. Make it specific, right? No fluff whatsoever. Put some time limits on this, right? It's going to help you do this in under 10 minutes or whatever, right? Or 10-step checklist. Like always think about, how can I explain to my ideal client that they're going to get results fast, right, out of this? Or how can I explain that it's going to work without a whole lot of effort? So make it really, really practical. So those are those results. I'm going to slow down so that everybody can get that written into their homework. In the meantime, feel free to pop in your questions. I'm going to be answering them as I go. Next thing is going to be the call to action button. So here I want to pause for a second, talk about branding for a little bit. I'm assuming that everybody's got the brand and their brand colors and things like that. You want to make sure that your brand has your base colors, your 2 base colors, and it has an accent color. And the accent color is what you use for your buttons. So make sure your buttons are some kind of bright color. Whether it's like red is usually the best. I use red for my accent color, but it's also my brand, right? Because red is the get into action kind of color. You could use bright green. Basically, the brightest color you have for your brand, use that for your buttons. So now, the call to action button, you want to write the text that's going to go there. Something like, download now or instantly download now is a good call to action. If you're watching video, it's like get instant access. If you're promoting a live 30-minute whatever, right? You're doing a live on Facebook, you're promoting that. Then I would do something like save your seat. That works really well. But basically the word now tends to work, I have found quite a bit. So also either all caps or capitalize every first letter of each word. So write down your call to action here in your homework. So that is the first section of your opt-in page, okay? So the lead magnet name, free downloadable. Lead magnet title, 3 steps to blah. result, 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 then button, call to action, and that is the first part. Okay, I'm gonna pause and take some questions. Okay. All right. So Christina has a question. The branding details is where I can hang up. My offer idea does not quite match up with the brand. Yeah, we can talk about that offline. I don't quite know because I haven't seen your brand and your offer, so we can take that offline and talk about this after. Okay, for the video, you have to provide a download or just link to the hidden video. Okay, so you can do it whichever way you want. I would say you can host it on YouTube, and when you send them the first email, you can just pop in a link to the YouTube video, or you can just have another page where the video is hosted, or even better, because I know you have a Facebook group. Okay, you can drive this to your Facebook group, right? So you can invite people to watch it in your group, because that's where you want to nurture people, right? So if you guys have Facebook groups, this is a really, really great way to invite people into your Facebook group and give them an incentive to come, right? I have had a lot of people join It's Our Business Facebook group because they're interested in attending this launch pad, right? Or watching the reviews or whatever. So always think about creating an audience, right? And it really works really, really well when you run your email list simultaneously with your key platform. Okay, so we're not just talking. I'm getting a little bit too excited here, but right, like you want to have your email list running simultaneously to your funnel, right? And about a week and a half ago, we were talking about funnels on the Wednesday live. And we were talking about how you need to have your email list and your funnel running simultaneously. So think about how you can always have those two matching, right? Everybody who's in your group, also put them on your email list. We're going to talk about that tomorrow, and vice versa, right? So for those of you who have a Facebook group, you can host that in your Facebook group, or you can just send them a link to the video. So opt-in page. There's no more questions for right now, so we're doing good. Next thing that's going to go there is a testimonial. So what's a good testimonial? It's got to be short, right? It's got to be short. It's got to be to the point. So for example, and I think I was talking about this yesterday. I just got a testimonial that was fairly long. It was amazing. But there was a lot of things like, okay, working with you was the best thing I've ever done for my business. It's all great. But then somewhere in the middle was hidden. I got my first high-paying client within the first month of the Quantum Leaps program. So that's the important thing you want to get is the results, right? So I pulled it out of that and just included the 2 sentences, right? So when you get a testimonial, make sure you cut all the fluff and just pull out the sentence or 2 that is going to make the biggest difference. Now, I know some of you are just starting out and you're like, I don't have any testimonials, and that's okay. Or maybe you're transitioning from one program to another and you don't have a testimonial for your latest service. That's okay too. Alternative, what you can do here, instead of putting a testimonial, you can literally just put, or if you don't want to spend time on this, and I do it too, quite frankly, from time to time, you can put your own testimonial and talk about how this lead magnet or how this freebie has changed your life. Okay, so you can say something like, okay, I put this cheat sheet together, and when I did, it totally transformed my parenting, and my baby sleeps immediately every night. Something, just making stuff up. But am I making sense, you guys? So again, you can either put a very, very short, to the point testimonial, 2 sentences, or put your own little blurb about how that freebie has helped you in your business, in your parenting, in your spiritual life, whatever it is. Okay, so because it's like you sharing your best practices anyway, right? So it works really well too. I would say with a real testimonial, if you take that time of finding a testimonial that has to do with the freebie, you're going to have a little bit higher conversion rate. So if you can do that, go for it. If you can't, it's okay just to put your own. So that's your opt-in page copy. All right. So we got that covered. So we have a lead magnet name, we have a lead magnet title, 3 results, button, testimonial. Jay, if you wouldn't mind popping in a link of one of our landing pages, so that people can kind of look and see how it's laid out, and testimonial, alternative testimonial. So Jay's going to pop in a link on one of our landing pages that is high converting, and so you can kind of look at the layout and how that works, because you have to put a picture in there somewhere. Now I just want to take a minute, talk about the picture you put in there, because that is going to have a huge impact on the conversion rates. It should have your photo somewhere in there. If you Wow, it's a really long link. That's funny. Okay. Or maybe those are 2 links merged together. Something weird. I think we have. Is that link really what it is? That's weird. Anyway, if we could include the bit.ly link too, that'd be great. Anyway, so picture. Talking about the picture, guys. So there are ways to include like a mock-up of your freebie. So if you Google book mockup, right, or something like that, you'll find a bunch of free sites. One of them is adazing.com. I'm going to post it in the comments. Okay, did it go? Yes. Adazing.com. If you go there and you upload the front page of your freebie, it's going to convert it into one of those things that look like a book or looks like a notebook. So it gives something concrete for people to look at. All right. Even if your freebie is just 3 pages, that's okay. It just makes it look fancy and pretty. So that's something to put in your picture. Now, we do all our pictures in Canva, and literally it takes me like 3 seconds to create them. So don't spend an eternity on this, right? Just put some background in there, pop your Adazing thing. There we go. We have a better short link for this. Awesome. Thank you, Jay. Okay, so adazing.com, you can make a freebie mock-up, pop it on the page. So again, what the page should look like, right? You have your title, your results, you have your picture, call to action button, testimonial, right? Or alternative testimonial, maybe another call to action button, and you can kind of play with it and see. I have played with videos. I would say there's time and place to put a video. This is not one of them. People do not want to watch a video about why they should download something that takes 5 minutes to consume. Okay. Now, thank you page. It's another story. So, everybody good with opt-in page? Everybody following along? Doing well? There's no response. I am assuming we're good to. Oh, I think that was a question. Let me see. If you link video in Facebook group, you need to have an open group, or you can also get their email. Okay, so I have a closed group. I do have a closed group. So the way I do it as well, alternative funnel. So listen up. Okay. So alternative funnel is if you want to drive people to your Facebook group and you also want to have them on your email address, is you first give them the opt-in page. Hey, if you want to participate in this and watch my training, give me your email. Give me your email address. When they go into your email, the next page is going to tell them, okay, you can watch the training in my Facebook group. Click to join. It's going to tell them that they're going to have to ask to request, right, the membership. So like some of you guys have. So they're going to have to, put a request in, maybe answer a couple questions. And there's strategy around that too, but I don't want to go into that right now because we're getting a little bit too detailed, and we're going to keep this pretty simple. So that is how you can do it too. But yeah, no, you do not have to have an open group, and you should not. You should have a closed group, right? I've never seen an open group work so well. It's much better to have a closed one. Okay, so we have opt-in page covered. Any more questions about it? Okay. But she's asking, can you put the link for adazing.com? I put it in there. Can you guys not see it? Oh, it just showed up in YouTube. Oh, that's weird. adazing.com is the link. Okay, so that is the link to Adazing. Hopefully that helps. Okay, so we have opt-in page covered. Now let's move to the thank you page. So if you could pop in the link to a Daisy, there we go. Okay, good. Interesting. I tapped it and went to YouTube. Technology these days, guys. This week, the technology is just like blowing my mind. Nothing's working. Thank you page. So that's your part number 2. So thank you page. You want to be strategic about this. You could just say thank you for downloading and bye-bye. You do not want to do it because when you do that, you're wasting prime real estate. Instead, take the extra hour to put together an awesome thank you page that also takes them to the next step. Now, the conversion on your thank you page it's not going to be huge. Whatever you're offering on there, you should expect to convert somewhere between 3 and 10%, no more than that. Okay, depends what your offer is, depends how well you do the video, and so on and so forth. Okay, so you should not expect like half of the people are also going to take another step with you. They're not ready yet, but some of them will, and it is worth going to the extra effort to set it up so they can. So the thank you page, what you can do with it. There's like a whole bunch of training that I have on this in my program, but I want to give you like the strategic, not the strategic high level, so that you can start thinking about what to put on it. What I would recommend is to put the same call to action that you have on your freebie also on your thank you page. That's going to make it easy. So what can it be? If your freebie is, for example, 10-step or 3-step checklist to elevate your intuitive skills, right? You could be offering a 15-minute intuitive skills clarity session or 15-minute assessment with you directly, something like that. Okay, that could be an idea, right? So make it not an hour-long session, because like I said, people are going to be a little weird about that. It doesn't work. 30-minute sessions convert much better than 60-minute sessions, just FYI, because people feel less weird about taking your time if it's just a shorter time span, and they also feel right like less like, oh my gosh, it's so much time and I don't even know this person, right? So make the thank you page count and offer something that makes sense in your business. So you can invite them to your group, which is just walk you through. You can invite them to a bigger training, like watch some extra videos around the freebie, or you can invite them to a 10, 15, 20, 30-minute most clarity session with you, okay? The shorter the better, right? So that could be the call to action. Now, how do you do this? This is where video really does work, or this is where you should consider placing it. So a few things about this page. So the title up on top should read something like, thank you for downloading the freebie name. Would you like to also blah, 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 get access to blah, 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 right? Something that makes sense with a freebie. So what I could do, for example, for the discovery call script opt-in, I could say something like, how would you like to practice your script on the call with me in 15 minutes or something like that, right? I could do that. I'm not doing that, but just one of the ideas, right? So something that makes sense for the people who downloaded the freebie that is going to add a little bit extra value. So you have your title, right? Thanks for downloading. Would you like to also? Then you put a video where the video, by the way, should be 5 minutes or less. I have been kind of watching the play rates or the video replay rates on my pages, and people tend to drop after 3 or 4 minutes, right? So the shorter the video is, the better. Now, how you make the video, right? I'm not going to go into all the scripts here because that's a little bit too much in the time that we have. But keep in mind, you want to communicate the results that they're going to get out of taking the next step. What is the value, right? So just kind of write a little script and tell them what it is, acknowledge, okay, thank you for downloading my freebie. tell them what it is that you're offering and why they should take you up on it, right? They're very short and sweet with video. Now, for those of you who are video shy, and I know, oh my gosh, video just used to scare me so much. It used to take me like 25 takes to do a video. So for those of you guys who are video shy, who are just getting into video, there is teleprompters that work amazingly, amazingly well. So what you want to do is to take 15 minutes to write your script, use one of the phone teleprompters, send it to your phone, and literally just record yourself like this, right? Or put it on a stand and start the teleprompter. It's going to be reading the text, and you can just read it and record yourself, and people are never going to know. When you run a teleprompter on your computer, people will know because the screen is so big, they're going to see you like reading. When you do it on your phone, people can hardly tell. Okay, so some of the teleprompters you can use, if you literally go to the App Store and search for a phone teleprompter, it's going to give you a bunch of different options. The one I use is called Big View, BIGVU. That's one option. That one is, I think, $59 a month. But that one is really nice, and I use it quite a bit for recording all of my courses because I kind of know, right? People, when I'm teaching courses, video courses, people want me to get to the point, move through things really quickly and not be doing my ums and ahs. Obviously, I'm not doing it on Facebook Live because you can't use a teleprompter on Facebook Live, but I really, really love it for training, especially for sales page videos because it allows you to speak pretty quickly. And here's a rule for videos. You want to speak faster than you normally would. It's the opposite of when you're on stage speaking to people. When you're on stage, you want to slow down. And that is because when you're on stage, when you're with people in person, they can kind of feel your energy, right? So it's all about the presence and, your connection. But when you're on video, you actually have to speed up quite a bit because people have no patience, people drop like that, right? So you want to get to the point immediately. And you do not want to start with your introduction. My name is blah, blah, blah. You want to start with what you're offering or what it is that, why is that they should listen, okay? So get to the point really quick, get your script ready, read it on a teleprompter, pop it on the page, pop it on the thank you page, put a button below that takes them to whatever you asked them to do, and that's it. So that is your thank you page, okay? Now you can get extra sophisticated, add more testimonials, get some sales page copy together, things like that. But the basics of your thank you page is title, video, button, let's go. That's it, right? So the video, that should take you 15 minutes to put your script together. Take a couple takes to record it until you like it, right? And the buttons together, this whole thing should take you no more than an hour or two to put it together. If you're spending more time on it, then, right, we're talking about the perfectionism. Like I get it to the point where I build a funnel in less than 2 hours, but that's it with all the emails and everything that goes together, right? So you should become really, really good at it and good at just, being imperfect about it. I'm sure you guys have found a lot of typos. Oh my gosh, the other day I got an email. Hey, did you know you have typos in your emails? I'm like, yeah, I do. So if people find typos on your pages of email, just congratulate yourself because you have let go of the perfectionist and you're actually, a fast, imperfect action marketer. And that is who you need to be because you need to be spending time in front of your clients, right? And with your people and talking to people and helping them rather than trying to do everything perfectly, which we talked about. So landing a thank you page. We got that covered. So we have your opt-in page. We have your thank you page. Is everybody doing good? I'm assuming so. Now, the last piece of the puzzle is the emails that go out. So we're going to go in the next few days over a little bit more details of what you should put in your emails. But the first one that needs to go out is literally just the download link of your freebie. Now, if you're doing a PDF downloadable, now what you want to do is to host it somewhere. So we host everything on Google Drive and we create shareable view-only links for everything. Some people put it on the Amazon 3 something I don't know what it's called, but that's where they host it. I'm sure you can host it on Dropbox and create some shareable links. Well, I'm actually not sure, but I'm assuming you can. But you need to put your document somewhere, create a view only shareable link, pop that link in your email, send them that link, remind them what's it going to do for them, right? So when you're sending out that first email, hi, first name, thank you so much for taking the next step in your blah, blah, blah. Here's your download link. Here's what's it going to do for you. 3 results. Downloading again, make sure you include it twice. Bye-bye, your name. Okay, so it's very, very simple. Here's what's important that I'm having to change now. Send it twice. Because what people do, they're going to get you freebie, and they're going to be like, okay, I got it, and then forget all about it. If they do not consume your freebie, they cannot build that relationship with you, okay? They cannot take that next step with you. So send it twice, okay? So, and then from there, you start nurturing them. But we're going to leave that for the next training videos on how to do it and how to make offers to your email list. So I just want to recap what we went over today and what the next steps are for you for tomorrow. So we covered the 3 elements that you need to put together. We covered what exactly to put on your opt-in page to make it convert. We gave you an example of what it should look like, right? How to phrase things, how to make it effective. Then we told you what to put on a thank you page, how to create a video. Then we told you how to craft your first email that goes out. And so now you just need to go ahead and do it, right? Put it together. So feel free to post comments underneath, or actually we're going to be posting your homework in the next 10 minutes. So post in the homework. We're going to be doing some giveaway again tomorrow, so make sure you're posting your homework. We're going to be giveaway for those who are participating, those who are taking action. I am so excited for those who have gotten some awesome messages from people who taking this on. They already have their lead magnet done in Canva. It's just amazing, right? So I'm so proud of you. Can't wait to see you tomorrow. Again, tomorrow is the most exciting day. Tomorrow I'm going to be walking you through the 10 tactics to start collecting your leads, right? Your email addresses, so that you can nurture them and start selling your programs. So tomorrow I'm going to be here live right at 6 o'clock. In the meantime, I will see you. Make sure that you're reaching out to me or reaching out to Jay if you have any questions. We're on standby. We're here to support you. We have your back, so whatever you have for us, we'll be happy to review it. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you so much for being here. And yeah, that's all I got today.